I'm not kidding you. Hello, everybody. I'm trying to get into Nuendo 14. It is not actually letting me open Modular Mondays episode 2. We're like, it's one of those TV episodes in which it starts right in the middle of something very bad and you don't know how that happened, you know? Also, I think, hold on. I can do this. I have no idea why this is happening, but all right, here we go. So this is now operational, right? This is now working. Okay. That is very, very strange. Like nothing has happened to me. I'm just checking the stream. Hold on with me for a second. It has never happened. Like it stays locked in. I can't really touch it or do anything about it. And now I'm also getting blasted by what? This? All right. We got it. Thank you. Boom. Maybe I have set the buffer very high like last time. I thought about that and it wasn't actually because of that reason. So that is indeed kind of weird. I thought, you see, like I have 512. I am not going to open Modular Mondays. I think I'm going to open another one. Like I'm going to open something clean, okay? This is like, it's an episode that starts super weird. Like things are exploding and you're like, what? Did I miss an episode of this? You know, and you didn't. It's just like how it's been directed. So I don't know who's directing these. Maybe Christopher Nolan's doing that. Probably. So here's what we're going to do. I could load Modular Mondays 1. I'm going to create an empty one. No, it's bad. I'm not going to do the empty one. I'm going to open color template 4. Trust me. Now, if we get into Nuendo and we're working on it, we're good. But what is it doing? I suspect there might be a plugin or something that is there. Like this session I'm opening right here has no plugins. It's just tons of tracks that are colored. I don't think if I'm ever gonna recover from this. What? This is impossible. It's 512, so this is okay. It should open like instantly. I haven't done anything. I've just come here for the stream. Okay, I see Nuendo 14. I want to close that. Let me see if there's something about Steinberg or something that is here. No. I usually also kind of cut its internet because I don't want it to get updated with the Nuendo hub and stuff. I apologize, Steinberg, but I don't want that. And I usually kind of impair it somehow. But now this is not the reason. So here's what, that's what. I had it all planned out. And it got, okay, so I'm going to disable program preferences. Is it a plugin I've installed? It's impossible to know because nobody remembers the plugins that they install. I have it down to, okay, what? No, yes. Oh my God, it's locked in. Okay, it works. Okay, there's nothing here. Do we create empty? No. Yes, no. Open other. Let's see if this works. Audio sessions. We could use Bitwig, you know, and just load a modular instance there. But I'm stubborn, so I don't want to do that. Let's do this. No, what is this? This is something else. Templates. Modular Mondays template. Oh, but this one doesn't work. Okay. Let's take the color. Where was it? The color one? There we go. This one. I have templates just for colors. Okay, this has to open right off the bat. Ready? Hold on, crew. It worked. Okay, it worked. I mean, and now, look at the colors I have. Welcome, everybody. This is Modular Mondays, episode 3, running into the beginning. Like, now it's where you would put titles. We had a rough start, getting out of hyperspace. We're completely stranded from the sector we should have been in. And this has happened many times in many episodes of many TV series, but they don't learn. And I still, miss the hyperdrive target destination by whatever. We're going to find out how stranded we are. Man, the colors here are insane. Marcus on the bridge, as usual. Look at the colors I have here. There's no reason not to be patrons of mine because you get these colors. And you have them like this at the ready. So now we close it and we do it. We open Modular Monday number 2, the one that actually screwed us. But where were we? Here. I need to really fix my way of handling folders. This one. It doesn't matter if you open this one, but I usually open this one to then create episode 3. No idea why or how. This looks bad. Oh, hold on. So we're working on Heartbeat today. Kilohertz installer. All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and then you're done. Reason 13, which wait, is that the update that I have for the beta stuff? No, that worked as well. It's gotta work. How have you been, everyone? Hope you had a fantastic weekend. It's Monday, but it's no longer as bad as it used to be because there's Modular Mondays. So here we're taking Soft2 modulars still, and I am planning on getting Novation. What? No, it's impossible. Well, we can survive with this. I'm planning on getting Novation XL3's control surfaces soon. Careful, because this might bite. Okay. And I'm starting to build a setup for a Eurorack. Okay. This is serious, people. This is gonna get intense. Let's work on something like here. So we're getting instruments, modular. How come I don't have... maybe because we don't have VST2. And I'm using VST2s somewhere. Why am I using VST2s, though? You know what? We can survive it here because I see the mix... The mix bus is fine. Okay. Oh, we do have a heartbeat. Do we dare? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our control panel and we're going to run 248. Okay, so last time, as Marco has written here, we ran like 8,192 buffer size in our space drive warp core, and things were weird, absolutely super weird. We ran those and it was so out of context, like things were double triggering and stuff like that. I did a personal run of the setup, like a debug, and I found that when you're past 2048, you shouldn't really be doing audio if your rig isn't working there. There has to be something else. Okay, like my pedals weren't working correctly. I think I've never gone past 2048. I had this amazing, brilliant idea of going, 8,192, which I think is for USB. You can't even do it, or you can in specific situations. So I did work on Heartbeat a little bit more. And, if I keep it like this, can I stay this big? Maybe. I'm going to try that. Our mission, sort of not a mission, is to have our kind of design the drum part, okay? Which I'm going to do like right off the bat. I don't even want to talk about it, but you know what? I should really do it with you. So I'm going to do this Heartbeat version 1. Save, always save patches. It looks good, right? You can get like the full experience. I know you're not too interested in that. I wouldn't be offended though, because, it's okay. So let's do save as, and let's do episode 3, because that's what it is. This is episode 3. We need something like a heartbeat. Like I want to design something that is about rhythm, and man, Heartbeat is insane. But you know what? I'm going to do something brutal. Something like this. Some people have been asking me in private, if I could kind of not guide them through how patches are designed, but kind of talk about why I route something to something else. And to be completely honest with you, sometimes you don't really know. You just do it and you go like, ooh, okay. And then a lot of ideas come to mind where you're not on modular. So here's what we have right here, okay? We usually start with my startup, which has 4 LFOs. Should I buy 4 real LFOs for the Eurorack? I'm thinking yes. I want probably at least 3 LFOs, but I'm thinking 4. May I start maybe with 2? Maybe. Then we've got 2 ADSRs. Then we've got 2 VCAs, 2 noise, and a ring modulator. Just because we had a spare slot right there. Then we've got audio mix that is connected to left and right. That's kind of how I like to have it. And my plan is in the next week, stay connected because we are going to use Novation control surfaces to get these things moving. So far, I've been doing it with a mouse. It's excruciating. But with a control surface, with 2 XL3s, that's my plan. Man, this thing is going to come to life. I'm telling you. I know that. So here we go. What is going to be our designer for drums? We could use samples. We could use, like short sawtooths and stuff like that. I actually want to use heartbeat. I want the 2 kicks. I'm probably going to go clap, rim, hi-hat, although I don't usually use them. Some percussion, cymbal maybe, not the EQ. Or do we add the EQ? We add the EQ, okay. The EQ is really nice. I don't know if you've ever used that. And then we've got a MIDI to trigger. What did I have? I had a sequencer 16. I think we need a beat sequencer right here. Okay, just for kicks, for starters. So I'm gonna start this loop. I'm gonna do a 1 to, I had it, right? And I broke it. 1 to 65, so 1 to 64. This is gonna be our loop. I kind of like to have it that way. We've got no effects, but I'm gonna add just some reverberation, and we're gonna try some of the effects I have as well. So we're good. We're good. So let's play this. I'm gonna press play. Nothing's gonna play, but then we're gonna sync it and we're gonna see where we are. But I want the clock to be going. Okay. So we do 16 notes for starters, clock and reset. And then we're gonna load one with like a kick. But I usually don't do, okay, well, let's do this. Because that's what people usually do. Then we take number 1, which is trigger out, and we send it to trigger in, here. I'm not thinking I'm gonna use CV, which we're not really CVing here. So I'm gonna go out, and I'm probably, just for kicks, gonna try and go here. And I wanna see if we can hear that. So this is playing, but we don't hear it for whichever reason. Oh, this is me. Am I muted? No. Okay. Can you guys hear anything? No, of course. Here we go. Okay. There we go. We're getting there. I still don't hear it, but I know. Oh, control room's disabled, of course. Right. Now I hear it. I know you don't. And now you do. Awesome. So it is working now. You remember last time? It was completely glitching out on us. Unbelievable, right? It was doing like double triggers, and there's no reason why that should happen. Absolutely, like no reason. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send these to our first VCA in, and then we're gonna output it here. Right? Did I scare you? Right, so we're not really using the ADSR for a second, but that's okay. Just a little bit. Okay, so we've got some effects going. That's okay. I'm not using filters or anything, but this is our first kick. I loved how loud that was because it hit against the mix bus, and what you heard is not actually the sound of that, is the mix bus that pushed down. And I'm thinking my mix bus is gold for this thing as well. It just broke in, and it was still very loud, but it was contained, and it was nice. Hey, Hector. Hello. Welcome. All right. So now we do trigger number 2. Let's do this. I absolutely have no idea what I'm doing, obviously. So we do trigger number 2. We're sending it to trigger number 2, and we're taking the output of this. We're sending it here, gain at 0 for now, and then we're sending it here. That's our second kick. Then we send the gain up, because now our gain is happening there. I love Heartbeat. It sounded awesome. Oh, Echo, you mean when it bumped out of oblivion? I said it hits against the mix bus, and the mix bus kind of reacted to it. It's not a clean mix bus, so we didn't hear just volume clipping. We heard the limiter after everything, and before that, there's a Varimu compressor, there's a Sontic EQ. Like, the things really got the emulation of getting blasted, and it sounded off the hook good. Maybe we should really push this into the mix bus. It's not pitching as I wanted though. Okay. So this, for example, is kind of it's kind of a vibe. I'm getting this young way of talking. Who am I? But again, like Heartbeat, kick 1 and 2, they're all you need. They're so good. Here it is. You hear how the first kick is opening up? This is going... I know Marco, who is in the bridge, is looking at the instruments of the spaceship, and he's gonna go like, he's gonna just push it. We're gonna crash again. Okay, so this is beautiful. Each time I talk and stuff, I'm gonna just lower it because I want to keep this thing going so that we don't do that much. Here's what we're gonna do. I like this, but I want the ADSR to be kind of ready, okay? And we're not able to really constrain the kicks as I want them to almost be kind of like tiny waveforms because we're not using ADSRs. They're here though, right? Virtually. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take, again, the gate out of this, and we're gonna say, look, this is our gate, and I'm thinking this also has to be a trigger as well. Hopefully that will work. Hopefully. So the gate should open. It should also call for a retrigger. The output of this has to go as CV in for our first kick. Okay. So then we drop this down. I'm thinking. And then we use the CV to bump it up. Which I'm not hearing because the D is very, very short. No, I'm not hearing anyway. Okay. Why am I getting betrayed like this? Oh, I know what that is. Because we're not getting gate information out of this? No, come on. Don't do this to me. Oh, because we're on high maybe. Right on. Hear how short that is though. Oh no, hold on. I'm stupid. Am I stupid? I am. Why we're hearing that though? Oh, because it's opening really fast? All right, okay. So we're getting an impulse and that's not note. Okay, so I'm learning. We don't have gate information to open that thing because this just sends trigger outs. It doesn't send gate outs. Okay? Can we convert trigger to gates? No. But you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna use gates for 16 notes, which is not really what I wanted to do, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, so gate is here. I could use waveforms to do it, but I don't want to do that. Let's try that. It's not doing it anyway. Okay. Why is that not doing that though? This should work. See the in? I'm getting that out. That goes there. We're getting that. Where am I failing? Do we don't need to trigger? I'm going to know in a second, and you're gonna go like, I've been telling you, but if you don't write that, I don't know. So the gate itself is, maybe the gate itself should be the kick. Hold on, I'm getting an idea here, which is also going, yeah, maybe I am getting the right idea. And the re-trigger as well? No, maybe not. No, maybe yes. I'm still thinking that's the way. Okay. Okay. See, that shouldn't have happened, but it did, and I'm glad it did. You see the depth, what it has here. How do they say it in the US though? Depth. So it's set on exponential, which should be banned from real life usage, because this thing on exponential gets super loud. But that, man, we're there. We're there. It's not exactly what I wanted to do, but I'm liking that a lot. So I'm gonna keep that. Because it's got a note now, so it could be tuned to do bass as well. But it's not what I wanted to do. First time. Okay. So, okay. I'm kind of loving this, but I wasn't expecting the gate on the kick to do this. Maybe because it's full volume, whatever. This is okay and it's always open, but the way it closes is kind of weird. But this is a sound. We're using this. We're going with this sound. We're going with the percussion now. Number 3 is gonna be our perk. So trigger out. It's like, why did I sign up for this? So we got the 2 kicks. Now we're gonna do this as well. Let's use some healthy volume. You see how I go left, right all the time? Eventually I want to map my 2 control surfaces to have the last part as those mixers you see. The 4 knobs I want to have as the very last row so that I can do left, right panning by volume changes so that I can pan sounds around by doing just changes of there. So those 2 audio mixes are going to be on the XLs. I'm so waiting on Novation to send me those. I already kind of booked 2. You know, they're like new, super new. Anyway, let's do for percussion. I have no idea what I want to do. I don't even know how that sounds though. Let's try that. Okay, I'm loving this. that's too much. Okay, we should modulate this. Equor says, what do you think could be a good flexible synth for beginners? Okay, there's some ideas I have in mind. Do you want? Oh, there's actually many. I'm thinking. It depends on your budget, but I would say, obviously I'm kind of biased because I love Korg stuff and they make kind of right things. But I would say the bass station I have here by Novation is amazing, but it's mono or paraphonic. So I don't know if you want to have something that is polyphonic. I would say a Digilog, a Korg Digilog, or if you push your budget a little bit, a multi-poly, like absolutely. For the price it has, a multi-poly. And I always like synths with keyboards. You might want to get modules, but in my idea, I would recommend to have kind of a nice 3-octave here. Right. The multi-poly is right here. I'm going to take it. This guy, right here. Look, form factor, it's got the size, everything there. Nice wooden kind of looking things. It sounds off the hook. If you get on Patreon and you ask people on Discord who got the native version, they'll tell you this thing is the latest in analog modeling. Enough. We're doing modeling. Okay, I hope it doesn't fall. If it falls, we hear a sound and I turn back. It's gonna be like a YouTube short, for sure. The multiple is just unbelievable. I have a masterclass out. Again, I'm doing shameless plugs. I have a masterclass out that is paid for on my Patreon that explores. It is the most comprehensive thing ever done on the multipoly, but there's also videos on my YouTube channel on the multipoly playing. Just watch it and do. You love mono weird stuff type. Okay, then the bass station 2 for sure. I'm missing so many for sure. You can look into like absolute the Mini Freak would be awesome as well. I was talking about that sound with somebody, and then yeah, probably I'll get a bass station too. But mono, there's also, I mean, depends on your budget, obviously. Like, you know, Moogs you don't really dislike. I love the modal stuff, but that would, if you're into weird wave shaping things, then maybe look at the mod wave or the wave state. Those are also kind of budget friendly. They get really, really weird. But if you want to get weird with subtractive synthesis, then maybe multipoly. Although you don't really need to use like subtractive synthesis. So, all right, let's do the percussion thing here. Let me see what this sounds like. Okay, these I like. But I want to kind of get this to pitch a little bit. Let's see where we go. Although we need to limit this. This is going to be too much. Okay, we need a limiter. Add. Let me add. For now, it's not clicking anything. This is working really good. I should save. Boom. CV mix. No, we need a divider. Like not a multiple, but not a divider. I keep calling it divider. It's not exactly what I want. I want to kind of restrain these, and I forget dual gain. Here we go. I always like to use dual gains for this. We're going to use a sine here. We're going out here, and we're getting a pitch in here. So now we can go like, yeah, 0.5 probably is fine. Let's see this. A little bit of that. See if that works. Okay, let's go. Okay, that's more my vibe. That's more my vibe. Now number 4, save. That's gonna be our distractor. That's gonna be called something battle cruiser. I want this to be a battle cruiser kind of approach. This thing's getting close to scanner range, and this is bad. These guys got tons of weapons. You're getting locked in. There's no escape. Also, it might no, it doesn't use stealth because it doesn't need stealth. This thing wants to be seen, so force to be reckoned with. Sector security. Maybe that's the name we're gonna use. Sector security. All right, you get the idea? There's yeah, okay. I'm getting goosebumps right here. I'm getting goosebumps for real. I've played too many video games and watched too many movies. All right, let's calm down. Do we use clap, rim, or hat? Or symbol? No, we're gonna use hat. Honestly, okay, let's go channel. Let's go 4 in here. Output to this guy. Output to 4. Okay, we're not all. Why am I doing this without that? Okay. Okay, now it's really getting a feature of it. Let's try and make it very short. I have the sound in my head, but I just want to see where it goes. Okay, hear the difference. Pitch is completely off. Okay, here. But less decay. Okay. Man, this thing. Heartbeat is beautiful. Maybe I'm nuts, but I can loop this thing forever. This I just cannot get enough of this. The hi-hat, the wave synth idea is just awesome. It always kind of works. And I can pan it. Okay. I'm getting super excited about this. Do we want to use some? I'm curious as to using something parallel here. I mean, do you have suggestions, like, crew? What do we look at this? There's things I know that I want to use, but not. Maybe we should just load another MIDI sequencer. Actually, sequencer 16, I think. Okay, we do it. We would need an oscillator though to kind of have it play. You know what we could do? It's gonna explode. We shouldn't do it. I had an idea we should not do it. Imagine playing this over like Chikai Swamps that I just released on Passion like yesterday. Is it gonna explode? It is gonna explode, right? Let's keep exploring, not exploding. Okay, now we send 16. No, we're sending 30. We're sending 30 seconds. Okay, why have I done this? No, here. Right. And so now we've got 30 seconds, and we're going trigger. We're gonna try maybe a clap. I don't know. Let's try a clap first. Now we might get into issues. We need another mixer here. Mixer. That's how I want to do it. So this is going to go. Those are the 2 kicks. That's a perk, and that's a hat. Okay, so we're going here. We're going here. Okay, we reset these, and we use this for the, what was it, the hat. Here. Okay. I keep hearing something like this. We need this. Okay, hold on. No, I keep making the same mistake all the time. I think the inputs and outputs are... this. I mean, hi-hats to me need delay all the time. But it needs to be lower, right? So... this is so good. Okay. I'm playing it very safe because if we feedback the heck out of these, we're dead. I'm loving this. Let's handle the feedback a little bit. Let's go here. I'm gonna go backwards. I have ideas, but just not enough money to cover this. We'll do it. Hold on. We need to keep it so that when the sign moves, it feeds back a little. Okay, you hear it? Sometimes it's there, sometimes it isn't. Okay, I like this. Do we sync it? Maybe we should. Maybe not. I'm liking this. I'm getting afraid to touch stuff. Okay. Let's try sync on. When it settles down, that's gonna be nice. It doesn't have to feedback all the time, just a little bit. That's a little bit too... I still like it much better. Man, this is even more atmospheric and it doesn't really need to change that much. Okay, so now we got this guy that we're sending trigger outs to for the clap, but it's not going anywhere. So let's try and do it from here. Goosebumps. Do we have gates? No, because I turned it off. Okay, so... Okay, so these are 30 seconds, okay. These are gonna be a problem to have. Maybe I can kind of plant these. I'm not thinking I need a clap, but let's see. Let's try and hear where we are here. That's a more trappy thing, right? Because it's 30 seconds, but we're gonna go triplets. Doesn't quite work. I don't think it's the right feel. I'm gonna go 16 anyway. I had an idea that was probably more 16. This. Just this. Now let's hear how it works. Because I don't want the clap to be clap. Okay, that's good. No, that one no for sure. Okay. Okay, I like this. Let's use this. Let's try and see what would happen if we do reams as well, but on a penta. I'm pushing this. I want to see when it's gonna explode. Let me save. I love this thing. Let's go again, like clock, 16s, reset here, gate out here. And let me go trigger to rim, and then the rim goes here. Maybe we use a filter for the most interesting kind of stuff. Never this. For me. This thing needs to get destroyed. Because this has potential. This thing's gotta get destroyed. We gotta find one thing that's gonna explode it. This is unbelievable. Maybe a tiny little bit of pitch on the rim. Little bit. Let's try maybe with this one. This has to be destroyed. There's no discussion. We're destroying this thing. Do we have the money to handle this? What are we gonna use to destroy this? We need something bad. We need something bad. How about rings? Do we want to try and ring it? Or cloud it? Or Kergasmatron it? Let's ring it. No, yes. Let's ring it. Let's try. I don't know. So I'm gonna keep 3 as the original, and I'm gonna move 4 to the input. And we're gonna do this. God, what? Unbelievable. This is not what we want, but it's gonna become what we want. Have bass if we okay, I like this, but we need to go here. Oh, we completed our journey. Okay. It's holding amazingly. Okay. Think, what do we need? We need another ADSR. No, we had it, but I'm gonna splurge. We're gonna need this guy, and then we need another VCA. Whatever. This. And for convenience, I'm gonna move rings here because they're together. So this guy goes here actually. This guy goes here. This guy goes here. This guy goes here. Why am I not hearing it that much? I mean, come on. No joke. This is good. because we never. Are you ready? I am not. We got it. We got it, but I want to vary this a little bit. The even is unbelievable. Are you ready? Not so much. I think linear for now is safer. You know what? This is insane, but I'm gonna try that. No, too much. I just woke you up though. Your parents are gonna go like, what are you doing in that bedroom again? I like these though. Okay. I don't wanna touch the rings, but let's do something stupid. This is gonna cost us. Ready? No. Yes. How do we mix these two though? Can't really take it that way. This is good, but this should be mixed in. Okay. We're doing it. Where are we coming in from this? Ah, yes. I forgot. No, we need 2 more mixers. Unbelievable. I'm gonna do it though. We need this. I'm completely stoned. Not really. Like I'm completely lucid. Don't ban the stream. I haven't done anything. I have nothing in my bloodstream. Just nothing. Truly sparkling water. However, I'm really completely spacing out. That's probably I shouldn't have used that term, but I did. But I'm completely lucid. Like, look at me. I'm serious. Let's go. Let's. I have to be careful with the wording. You know, you never know. So this is gonna be our in here, right? No, like this. Okay. We're good. Then we're also doing this goes here, but then we also send the odd to the input, and we send these again to here. Okay. How is this sustaining itself? I don't know. Ekor, I have people on Patreon that are telling me like, how is your computer not exploding after all these years? This is a 5 blow, like. Here we go. Okay, hold on. I have another idea. We have to delay the parallels. Let's see if it works, okay? This is only for CV? No, right? This is gonna work. I know that. Let me create 2 of them. Maybe it's gonna explode now. But But this is already a lot. Actually, let me save. It is. Just keep exploring. You never know. Okay, now we're crashing. Maybe I'm asking too much for. Maybe, just maybe I'm asking too much. Hear this? This is what I wanted. Problem is we're crunching it now. So I need to kind of, I think I'm gonna, we're killing it. But I have faith in this thing. This thing's gonna do it. It seems it's not doing it. Well, we called it. It is still a lot though, come on, honestly. Why is this there? Can we try that? Now it's asking for help. Maybe not. No. Okay, now it works. Okay, we've got a call for something else. Saturation. We can play with what we have. Okay, let's do that. We could push to 4096. It's gonna kill our innuendo. You know what we could experiment with? Like, hold on. What if we go high? Imagine I do it now that this thing is playing. I love rings. I don't know where I'm going. Come on. It's not really my cup of tea, this, but this is insane. It's just a fantastic module. This thing is unbelievable. Here, you can't really hear it doing that percussive thing any longer, but it's in there. It's brutal the way it's playing this. I'm loving this. Let me. So we're going there, we're going there, we're going there, we're going there. Okay, I'm thinking. What? When it's like this, it's like, do we touch it? Yes, we do. Let's try and change some of, not the patterns, but you remember we were doing. I'm completely mesmerized. I completely forgot I was even streaming, which is a good thing. Hear how hard it can be, please? This is why I want to control surfaces. What? What? Come on. Don't tell me this is softer. This is not even real. But this is kicking major behind people. This is I got goosebumps here. As documented by the bigger camera picture right there. You remember what we did here? It's gonna explode though. Will we try that? This is good. I hope you like it, because I think it's cool. The like everything we designed. You can change things so much and so nicely. Right? Vibe, Mark. Thanks. I think we got it. We got what we wanted. We got it. People live on stream. We got it. This is the machine that will design some of the stuff of the record. This is good. We got it. Live on stream. I have just a mouse and I'm suffering, because imagine having the knobs. I had goosebumps. Like, I'm not even playing this thing. This thing's been playing me. And what? We got it. We got it. So the mixers, as usual in my setups, are what are designing just the blend. I think just the mixers in modular synthesis are so important. You just need to kind of bring up things on time. You don't really need to change the steps or anything. But man, I'm spacing out myself. This is good. No idea on how this thing is surviving. If we turn on another patch, you know what? We should try this, because we really should try this. I'm thinking if we turn on another patch, it's not said that it's gonna explode, because this is per core based. Each instance of Softube Modular loads a core and then dies within a core if the core cannot take it. So, like, I am spaced out as if I were just, I had just been in a club and I went out because a friend called me or something, and it's like, I'm right here, but I can't find you. And I've been 2 hours in there and I'm here now. Wow. Okay. And I'm telling you, the Atom speakers here are just, we could vibe in here. Let's try Chikai's Womps that I designed yesterday, see where we are. Okay, I already like this. Now, how to bring both on screen without getting butchered. This is Chikai's Womps. And it's and you can download these on Patreon, on my Patreon, this patch. But I don't remember what it does exactly when I press play. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna lower this. The modular 4, the one we did not right now. It works. Okay, so this is 2 instances now. Everybody, fasten your seatbelts, because this is 2. Okay, this is 2 patches now. You see where I'm going with this. You see where I'm going. I see what the project is. Am I giving you the right idea? Just as okay, now it's glitching a little bit, but it's good. We go back here. Okay, now it's ever so slightly dying. I'm curious if we had 4096, if this thing would hold. Hear how the mix bus is moving. This is vibing. This is the two instances are not as heavy as the one that we had before. Like it you wouldn't say two of them can do it, but they can. I'm so curious to move these to 4096. Chikai's Wumps is unbelievable. That's Bukala stuff that we did last week. And now we're gonna drop it in, okay? Spacing out again. Goodbye. Okay, what if we do this? I don't know what I want to do now. Oh, this. Sometimes I need to know what you want. 'Marco, how good am I at DJ 0 to 10? Honest. Honest. Thank you very much. Which I think suits the thing because I brought it to 11 for sure. See? I brought it to 12 and I cannot keep it here. It's unstable, but it's gonna be temporary 12. .2. wish I could jam like that. I'm way too structured for that. You need to just not know what you're doing. You know too much. No, I don't know. Yeah. Am I allowed to buy a real Eurorack right now? Did I prove it? Am I worthy of destroying a bank account? I think I am. Unfortunately, I am. I'm taking these to 13. I did study jazz though. That's probably good thing I did not study electronic music. Two instances of modular. Oh, what? This is being recorded. There's not like, okay, like I told you, modular synthesis is a little bit fun, just a little bit. So we used two instances of modular, 2048 buffer size, tons of effects that I haven't used. Just I want to show you my template here, because there's things that I could deactivate that could probably bring the computer to kind of breathe a little bit. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No, sorry. 14 buses for effects that we're not using. We're just using factory, shimmer, Faris, and b-hole, okay? And we're using shimmer and b-hole for the second instance. So we could have not just bypassed these, although these should be VST3. So I don't know if they're kind of not utilizing a lot of CPU while we're doing this. But anyway, it's kind of heavy. And then we've got a mix bus with the Soundtech, with some make-believe other stuff. Everything else is then inactive. But remember, like, my rig is also passing audio to the streaming rig, lossless, and then sending it to you. So there's also a little bit of that encoding to do, and it held. If it would work at 4096, which I do not want to try right now, I mean, we could probably get 2 modules straight to work. My idea personally was to utilize kind of 3 or 4, and I'm now looking at it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna be able to load 4 modulars. But honestly, do we really need per song 4 of them? I'm redesigning this. I'm taking the last 10 minutes to kind of discuss this. I know people will skip. Don't skip. Let's talk about this. Mike will like that, I'm sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think so. I hope so, for sure. But I also think he will. We drove this to oblivion. Now, what are my thoughts on all this? Let me save the heartbeat module. Rhythm. How do we? Oh, okay. Well, I have heartbeat V2. I can't come up with a cool name right now, but we said this was what? Sector Security. There's a sketch of mine that's called Sector Security. I cannot have come up with that name. There's an important song out with that name. Not sure. Maybe I did call something Sector Security. No. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's a cool name. So what are the vibes on this? Now, we used my top form that is the same one everywhere. So we've got the 4 LFOs, the 2 ADSRs, 2 VCAs, noise. I don't have an Vactral. I should have used some, but I didn't. Okay, so we have that. And then we loaded heartbeat. And honestly, with you, like the 2 kicks for me are unbelievable. And everything is great in heartbeat. It's just like the way I use things is more kicks oriented sounds also for counterpoint. I don't counterpoint with claps or rims in the strict sense of that. Marco does from the bridge. I know a lot of people from the crew are watching stuff. Obviously there's a hat, there's claps, there's rims. I just use kick drums pretty much everywhere. And I, depending on which school of thought you're in, it's like, oh, those frequencies, they don't quite, they're clamping together. But I tweak the kicks in a way that they get complementary, that they speak to each other. And the rhythms that we designed, I kept changing, and you see how they were working together. Now, we did also claps, hats, and I think that heartbeat, as long as I keep it on synth and not wave, is to me just like a great sound. Absolutely. I wish I could pitch it a little bit more, but it's doable somewhere else in other ways. The perk is amazing. I have it sound nothing like a perk, but it uses FM and stuff like that. I didn't use the cymbal. Okay, the cymbal maybe and the drum EQ. We could save some cycles by taking these 2 out. And then we loaded the beat sequencer, which is doing kicks and is doing the perk, and it's doing hat, which I think is okay. Hi-hat, perk, and 2 kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so kick, perk, hi-hat, which is a good core. I think I can work with that. And they're going to the mixers, all of them, but number 4 is not being used because the percussion, right, the rim we sent to rings. And Rings is doing its own ADSR and VCA, and it's going to it's getting mixed into this with 2 VCAs for 2 channels out of a mono source. I personally love modular because initially when you use modular synthesis, you're looking at mono stuff and you're like, I work in stereo. What did I get wrong? Did I buy half the modules I need? No. You get stereo out of just duplicating stuff or effects or just effects. So we ran those kicks hard. And what I'm hearing, which I think is part of why this is good, is that the mixer has a sound. The audio mixer cannot be linear. Have you heard it when I was pushing it? The kicks just break. And the same thing is with the Doepfer modules. They are, if you crank them, they're not linear and they behave so truthfully to how things are. I believe that, I mean, this is very nice. We took the hi-hat and we dumped it into, right? Am I doing right? Yes. We dumped it into the tube delay, which I think is it's just unbelievably good. This is how I like that. And we made it so that we're actually getting a very low hat, which is kind of a noise. It's actually not a hi-hat. It's more noise. So we could use noise. I haven't because there's the envelopes are already done. That's convenient out of heartbeat. We didn't use the EQ and we didn't use the cymbal. So maybe I should kind of take them out, you know? And something I haven't used is the performance stuff, which, you know, I would probably try and keep at the bottom. But my idea is this. Number one, I have not played a single MIDI key, okay? All I've done in my life is study piano and keyboards and synthesizers a lot. And I graduated in keyboards and instruments, you know, a couple of times. But I have not played a single note. To me, this is interesting because I'm using CV and I'm kind of, I want to just use knobs to get the pitches. And as you heard, Rings is making things explode in a nice way. Once we found this different structure, we were no longer using it as bass implant. It was more of a galaxy, like a constellation. Rings is unbelievable. Rings is really good. Clouds as well. Everything Mutable does is just great. But again, Brights, Clouds, Rings, just it's an investment. I think it's just great. So yeah, the idea here is one soon day to have two control surfaces, the Novation Controls XL3s, that have tons of knobs, and we can map MIDI to these things. Actually, let me just demonstrate this with the bass station. Maybe not. Let's try this. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna keep these. I'm gonna save these for when we really have the control surfaces, because I could have done it, but I didn't want to. Okay. So this is the summary of what we did. Who cares about what we did? It sounded unbelievably cool, and I think there's a lot to kind of grasp on these, on methodology and as well. It's just two instances of modular, like this one and the other patch that is Chikai Swamps, and these are, you know, this was playing with the Bucala more of the pads and things. These patches are available in my Patreon for download, along with audio files, and songs are also on my SoundCloud. This will become an album on Bandcamp that we made together, okay? So all of these things, probably this song as well, actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna trim it and just put the whole set on SoundCloud. Would you like that? I could do that, okay? And we call it Sector Security, Live Improv, whatever. Because I recorded it. We did record it. We lived it in the moment. We were there. I told you so. Did I tell you that when we were doing these, you would say I was there? Yeah, I told you. Great session today, said Mark. I agree. Like, things worked. We didn't have to, I mean, things initially didn't really work. Nuendo wasn't really working. But, wow. Like, I told you, like, movement through heartbeat and what we had. The bass is coming out of what we did, but there's also the Monumenter that maybe next week we should design some bass heavy stuff. You see how beautiful this is? We now have heartbeat done. So we have the parts, we can design some kind of groove, we're playing with things, and I can design, for example, a bass instrument and just keep it vibing there. And man, like, Mondays are gone. We cannot, like, Mondays have been defeated. There's no actual other way. These things are off the hook. I had a lot of fun. If you like what you saw, please consider joining the Patreon, because this is why this is happening. This is happening because of my Patreon and the people who support me. This will become an album. If you just want to support the album, you can do that. And obviously, thanks to Softtube Modular as well for making this, Softtube and Softtube Modular as a product. Everything it just sounds off the hook. This is just, to be software, this is insane. Like, when they did this piece of software, they were probably very, very, very inspired. Blah, unbelievable. Every module here is just cool. There's things that come from their synths, there's filters and other stuff, but maybe we'll work on the 4MS next time. Like something like an arpeggiator. Yeah. So the idea is to have these through a control surface system of two Novation XL3s that are coming out. I'm going to get two and link them to the control so that what I've done today with the mouse can be done with the control surface, two hands, because it's painful to use a mouse. I survived, but it's impossible. There's just too many things to touch at the same time. On top of that, we're going to design ourselves an Eurorack synthesizer. Okay, so we're gonna get the case, we're gonna get the modules, we're gonna start building things, but I don't want to make it a jack of all trades. I want to have specific modules that do these, and I'm getting in touch with people that I love that make modules, and some of these modules are a little bit obscure, so we're taking these to the next level. I am honestly just like, it flew through me, and it did flow through me, and it's just, this was good. Okay, so you know what? Like, we called it. This was nice. This was very good. Man, what an experience. We had fun. All right, so people, thank you for being here. Thank you, Marco, for being at the bridge from the get-go as usual. And we are going to get in touch over Patreon, over Discord, over YouTube. Check what I do. Consider contributing to this because it's going to be an amazing experience. If you do contribute to this, you get all of the special editions and I want to do an Amiga 1200 version. This is going to happen. All right. So you know more than you should because I cannot keep my mouth shut. I'm going to call it, send the ending credits, and man, goosebumps, people. Ciao.